And thank you guys for all the birthday wishes. I appreciate that. Yeah. If I can get that a little bit better in there. Oh my goodness. Oh, what a day, huh? Half a century. I still look 22. Oh man. So Andrew Suri, you got that right, buddy. Molds RC, what's up? Marcus Landry, happy birthday. Thank you, buddy. Thank you very much. Okay, so November, let me get this, pull my calendar up here so I can make sure I got all this right here. November the 16th and the 17th, I've got a 2-day event I'm going to be hosting right here. And it is going to be Exocage's Gromapalooza. So, yeah, Exocage's Gromapalooza right here. It's going to be a 2-day event. We're going to have things like a long jump, on-road, off-road, maybe tug-of-war, different events like that for the Grom platform. This includes all Groms and the Losi NASCAR, since it does have a Grom style chassis. So that should be a really nice deal. There will be primitive camping available around here. There is a hotel that's not too far away, probably about maybe 15-20 minutes away, that is actually right over by across from a Walmart. So you'll be able to have all kinds of amenities for there if you want to come up for that. We're going to have vendors on site. J Concepts told me that they will be here. Sean Lerman, Jack's RC Recycle Repair. Hopefully he'll have his big shop built, so he'll obviously be here. Other vendors should be here as well. I'm going to work on trying to see if I can get a food truck out here as well to try to pretty much take care of all of that. So let me get back to you guys right here. TK Outdoors, thank you. Sergeant J, Pet House. Yeah, buddy, I beat my record every day, just like everybody here. Sergeant J, yes, sir. November, yeah, Andrew, sir, November should be good here. Dumbo X6 is not a good radio. I've heard that it is good, but I don't have one. Gridnet 6000 kV motor, Mojave Grom, tons of fun. Maybe I'll be able to get into that soon. I know when Losi was on here, they were talking about all kinds of stuff. So, Guy Spencer, Northern Exo chapter in the house. What's up, buddy? All the way from, was it Buffalo, New York or something like that? Somewhere around there? Did I hear back from Arthur about the wheels? Which ones? Place them on Dumbo X4. Now, I also want to mention another one, another event that I'm putting on. This one's going to be at Cherokee Rock Village on December the 8th. Okay. Discovery RC, thank you. December the 8th at Cherokee Rock Village. It's a 1.5 day thing. I'll be there Saturday, setting up, driving, hanging out. So if you guys want to be there for the Saturday, come on, camp out. Let's do it, right? Kind of like have a Saturday, unofficial Saturday. Okay. But I'm not collecting any money for that event. Any fees that you get are from getting into the park. I'm going to rent the pavilion. They said that's like $25 an hour on that one. I'll probably just rent it from like 12 to 4. We're going to have a big giveaway at 3 p.m. It is a Sunday, and I want everybody to be able to get back to their home, get ready to get back to work and all that stuff. So the big giveaway will be at 3 p.m. on that one. So I got sponsors. Man, I got quite a few sponsors already. CL Designs is there. J Concepts. Jeremy from Big Squid RC is going to be there. Big Squid himself is going to be there. Let me see. I got a bunch of different sponsors coming on board for that. And what I'm wanting to do, James, the date for CRV is December the 8th. And the November event, the Gromapalooza here, is going to be November 16th and 17th. What I'm trying to do with this event in Cherokee is it's going to be Exocage's meet and greet. I mean, obviously, but I don't want it to be about me. I want it to be about getting you guys hands-on with vendors, sponsors, products, manufacturers. I'm inviting all of them to come out here, okay? If you are a business or something and you want to be part of this, send me an email, message me or something, and I'll get you guys in. But I want this to be, I don't want to say USTE, but I kind of want to build off of that, but kind of make it my thing. And I want to do it at Cherokee Rock Village. To me, it's the perfect place for what I'm after on this style of event. I'm also working with Georgia Rock Zombies. They are absolute professionals when it comes to putting on events and stuff like that. So they'll be helping me out as well on this one. So that's going to be phenomenal right there, man. All right. IKB TV. What's my opinion of an 800 kV G2 versus 650 kV? The 650 will take 12S easier. It's just going to be slower. The 800 will take 12S as well. It might have a tendency to get a little bit more warmer, but with the 800, you get a lot more RPM. So 8S is workable with the 800, as for 8S with a 650, it is just going to be slow. So Enlightened RC, way over here in Utah. Yeah, it's a little bit out there. Shapeways went belly up. I heard about that. Shapeways. Now, Pat, if Shapeways went belly up, that's not a good sign for somebody to jump in and try to take their place. There's a reason for that. And part of the reason is we all got printers. I mean, look at what I'm printing. Yeah, you probably shouldn't have saw that. But they're done. I'm just afraid to release them right now. Tommy Tyson, the email is Exocaged RC at yahoo.com. So you guys can send me email on that and we can get set up. I do know that Sean, Jack's RC Recycle Repair, will be up there with us. I'm not sure in what capacity. But we're going to definitely have, I really want this to be more than me, if that makes any sense. Let me see. Doug Petrick, what's up, buddy? The gold Baja Ray wheels. Oh, man. I just put an order in. I'm not even sure if he shipped yet. Message me when we get off of here. Joe, hope you know what. Mark Vessier, yes, sir. Crawling at CRV is incredible. I'll be there. It's worth a long drive. Yes, sir. Absolutely. Kipper the man, thank you. Out of business due to internal logistical issues. Well, Andrew, I can tell you, Tommy Tyson, you are absolutely welcome to bring everything. Absolutely. Like I said, I'm working on renting the pavilion. That way I know we've got that. I'm supposed to call CRV back again tomorrow so we can go over all the details, because the meet and greet has turned into a bit more than what I expected already. And we still got months until this thing happens. So I got a feeling it's going to be big. I want to try to put things like simple events, a scale show and shine. I want to set up courses, but the courses are run at your leisure. Basically, you and your buddies go run that course and you get to brag and laugh about it. Simple as that. I don't want any real hard competition out there. I just want us to enjoy the day, enjoy the brothers and the RC world. Talk to all the guys you see on YouTube every day, businesses, all that stuff. That's what I'm after on this. And I think it could possibly happen. It's just gonna, like I said, I don't think I can just jump into it with a 2-day event to start. So I think a 1-day event this year, or that 1.5 days kind of a thing. But if it does like what I'm hoping, then it'll be 2 days next time. I was really surprised at the turnout with just 2 weeks notice of the last one. It was the weekend before Christmas, I believe it was. It was pretty awesome, man. Bring the whole RC. What did you get for my birthday? What did I get for my birthday? A busted seal on my water pump. I worked on that till around 2:30 today and finally got that thing put back together. I haven't had a chance to record anything. I've been busting on that, but I do got something new to show you though. The Class 0 Swampers, I've got cheat codes for these now. So, yep. Cheat codes for the Class 0 155, they are on the website. So, got those on there now. I did kind of show this right here. This is my SCX6 insert. This is actually a production. This particular one is specific for Vidavon wheels. Okay, it locks right into the Vidavon wheel. I will show you guys this in the video. I have another one that I've got set up. It's not out here right now. That is set up specifically for stock wheels, and I believe it'll fit all the trail wheels as well. So, but they'll be very specific. There will be a set like this right here is under 20 pounds because the SCX6 is huge. Under 20 pounds right here, and this is the 20 and up. Okay, the 20 and up is just pretty much solid veins all the way through here, and this right here I've got voids in the vein. You can kind of see a little bit of it right there. So that's the difference between the two. But yeah, we're going to have that for everybody as well. I got to finish getting my other printer set up with a 0.6 tip on those. I've only got 2 of them set with a 0.6 tip right now, so I can't really release it because if they start selling like crazy, there's going to be a wait list on this, and I try not to have a wait list. David Killer, should I get an RC boat for $1,000? If you really want it, and if you think it's going to make you smile, absolutely. My birthday, Joe. Did not realize that. Did you order more Vigilante motor mounts in this order? Yes, I did. I did. I've got Vigilante gears, a set of caster hubs up front, and something else in there. Yes, I need some 155 cheat codes. Well, if you're running these Swampers, buddy, this might be it. Now, there's 2 different versions. I think it's soft and a medium is what I've got them labeled as. These would be like the medium. This has got some brass on it. Okay, this one has some brass and stuff. So, but then like a soft one would be like for a stock weight or really lightweight. So if you're also running these on a Class 1 truck, a little bit short, I would assume a 4.19 on those, to be honest with you. But they are there and they are on the website. James Garage, how can I get one for skinny pin? For the skinny pins, let's see if I can find that tire. These are listed on the website. If you look at today's video, there's a link right underneath the video. It'll take you right to the page with all the skinny pin inserts. So, David Killer, should you get that jet boat? Buddy, they look good. But unless you got a rocky stream, I don't really see a need for it. We better asking sinking 1,000 in a boat or crashing $1,000 car. I would rather crash a $1,000 car. Yeah, Doug, these inserts here, well, actually, I've got a set in these tires right here. The ones I have right now, they fit the J Concepts tires. They fit the Proline Trepidor tire. I don't have one for the Proline Pro X. That's a whole different tire right there. They also fit the stock tires. But you can see the back of it is set up like this, and the insert locks into the ring. When I make that video, you'll see all that, but it locks into the ring. I can probably show you real quick. Let me see. I've got one of my first ones I printed right here. Yeah, actually I do. I can show you how this thing locks in. And then the ones for the stock wheels and all, they have a ridge in the middle to lock into that groove. So they don't need the glue slots or anything like that. So how long are you going to tell the guy to get a $1,000 boat? I probably know which boat he's talking about, but I don't have a need for one. But some people, they want that boat. Now look, when you go to put these into your SCX6, you better be ready because you're probably going to get finger cramps. This right here is a major pain to get in, but they work like a charm. This right here goes in. They're kind of meant to be like this, okay? So you got to work on it. All right, when you get that in, look at this right here. I'm going to have to dig this thing out of here too. So when you put these in, make sure you put them on the proper side. Hear that? It is locked. It is not shifting. Zero side shift. It's got a physical hold into it. And the ones for the other wheels are going to have a similar hold. They're just obviously a different design. I don't think I have that wheel up here, but that locks in. These are very specific for the Vidavon wheels. They won't fit the other wheels, okay? Very specific for these. You can see the outside right there. They're the same, very directional. So I prefer the rear to lift, okay? And the front, which would be like to pull down. So anyway, yeah, that's a beast of an insert, let me tell you. What's up, folks? Cardboard Crawlers. James Garage, what's up? I'm in the chat. I was wondering what y'all think of the Team Associate MT8. I think the MT8's got a good reputation. I think it does. I don't have one, so I don't know what to say. Your MK07 finally got to you, and it's already not working. What's up with it, Sawyer? Cardboard Crawler, bro. What happened to the full screen chat? Why is it vertical chat? Buddy, YouTube changed their stuff around, and there's no option for me to go horizontal. Unfortunately, there's no option for me to do it. I tried it one time, and it tells you to flip your phone vertical. There's no option for me to do a horizontal video right now. Maybe, hopefully, they'll change that back. But as it is right now, this is the only way for me to live. I could probably use the computer, but then that camera is even worse than the one I'm talking on right now. North Idaho Elk Slayer. Did I get my trucks of fortune? No, sir, Shane. I have yet to purchase into that. One day I will, though. But wouldn't you sell more SCX6 inserts for stock wheels? And see, that's why I've got them for the stock wheels. Yes, I agree. There's, like I say, there's two different versions for the Vidavon wheels and for the stock wheels. And I believe the stock wheel versions will fit the Trials. From what I can see in pictures, I've never had a Trio SCX6 wheel. They appear to be the same design as what the stock one is. So, but yes, I do have a set for those specifically. Don't order the Vidavon wheels, or don't order the Vidavon inserts if you don't have Vidavon wheels. Love the live. Did you see the message I sent you on my SCX10? My truck. I think I saw them, yeah. I've been too busy working on water pumps today. I have done nothing to it, and it just won't turn on. I tried different batteries and different chargers. I got lucky because it still works some of the time, but it's just annoying. All right, sounds like you may have a bad connection at the battery plug. You may need to check the solder joints out, or just make sure your battery plug is working correctly. Make sure your batteries aren't if the prongs are pushed in out of the way, they won't make contact. So you got to make sure you got all that. Sorry for the noise, but I'm turning the AC on. Summer sucks everywhere. Would you rather have a built SCX10 or SCX6? Probably SCX6. Oh, yeah. Did you guys see the new SCX6 servo on axle mounts? They're a direct bolt-in for your SCX6. All the links, everything, direct bolt-in. So I'm going to put that on my 6x6x6. Yep. That's what's going on my 6x6x6. No, water pump for the home. That water pump. I had buckets out there full of water so I could reprime the thing. That was a messy job. I actually got tired of it and waited for it to start raining, and then went out there and finished it up in the rain because it was cooler. Tweaked RC. What RC am I most excited about these days? That's going to be Ram Bouncer 2.0. I'm going up to Ackworth tomorrow evening, and Thursday evening I should be picking up Ram Bouncer 2.0. Hopefully it'll be kind of sorted together. I kind of don't think it will, but then I want to try to get that thing put together so it's ready to run Saturday. It should be. So we'll see if I can give that thing a drive on Saturday for you guys. With any luck, there's going to be 2 Ram Bouncers 2.0s here. We'll have to see if that works out, though. Have you used the Raminator and the trailer to pull you around lately? I have not been on the Chariot in a while. David Keller, favorite RC car? That's probably going to be a Ram Bouncer 2.0 here in just a few days. Do I have a Red Cat Marksman? I do not have a Red Cat Marksman. I have the Red Cat Wendigo, and that's basically a brushless Marksman. In my opinion, it's a tough truck, but just a little bit on the odd side. It's a little odd, but tough truck. Mini line. Yes, I do still have some SCX 24s. I put that new little torque servo in there. That's actually pretty nice. And then the new Furitech ESC receiver all-in-one. Dude, that thing runs great. Let me tell you. I had it in the TRX4M with the Inrunner, the cedar motor. And then I put it into the SCX24 with the Micro Komodo Outrunner motor. And you just simply change the settings for the motor in the app. Boom, it ran perfectly. I didn't even notice any, you know how like these ESCs, they have that startup, and then when they get into the drive, you kind of get a little bit of a possible cogging effect into there, like a little jump. I didn't notice any of that. You're going to try out to drive to the Hurricane. Travis Hoffert, well, hopefully you're not in a nasty part of the Hurricane, buddy. Marcus, message me when we're done, buddy. I will send him another message on that. Do I have a UDR, Alan? Yes, I do. It's highly modified. I got quite a few videos on that. I remember. Okay. Mojave coming tomorrow. Okay. The Mojave Grom is nice. What was that green thing with the inserts? What green thing with the inserts? I don't have a green thing with the inserts. Andrew Diddle, is there any benefits to an Outrunner motor? Yes. Torque is insane. Instant RPM change back and forth. You're faster. It's faster with the Inrunner. The Outrunner, you have a lot more mass. You got to stop and move. But overall, the Outrunners crawl great. Tommy, I'm not planning to go see anybody in Ackworth other than family, and Thursday go to plan to go see Bald River Falls and the Lost Sea in Sweetwater, Tennessee, and then proceed on after that to pick up Ram Bouncer 2.0. Used to build a Flower Sea planes, never did get into cars. Cars are my thing. I think that's here's how it's called, the Lizard Light. It is not called the Lizard Light. Hang on for a second. I'll get it. Hold on. Let me see. It is right here, right here. All right. You guys wanted to see this for some reason. All right. There's my Bronco right there. All right. That one doesn't have the ESC in. I put the ESC in this one. It is the Furatech Python RX GT5. That guy right there. And there's that torque servo. Bolt-in servo, guys. That is a really nice little servo setup. Oh, the wheel don't break off. Like a vid about your subscribers, right? I've actually got one right up here. It's the Red Cat Ascent Fusion. Do Outrunners run cooler? It depends. It depends on how hard you're pushing them. For aiming to send me my Mojave Grom. You'll get it. Scott Springer, what's up? Didn't you know that's interesting how the drag brake on an Outrunner? Didn't you know that that's interesting? How is the drag brake? Oh, the drag brake on the Outrunner. The drag brake is usually pretty darn good because you have such a big advantage over the pinion gear. You have all this leverage over that. Plus, typically you got 14 poles. I prefer the 14 pole over the 10 pole. My preference on the Outrunners. Paul King, what's up? Mojave Grom on drift tires is fun with the Spectrum 6000. Shoot, man, you don't even need a 6,000 kV motor to put drift tires on that. I'm wanting to take a set of 110 on-road tires and 3D print some little sand paddles, though. My track says, oh, wait, happy birthday. Thank you, Kane. Appreciate it. Do I think the Hammer Ray is worth $380? $380 price point? Yeah, it's not too bad. You still need to upgrade all your steering, though. Overdrive the front or underdrive the rear? JSV01. I always prefer to underdrive the rear when given the option. That's my thoughts on that. Hi Joe, I'm from Malaysia. How can I purchase one of your products? You would have to send me an email. Okay? And then we'd have to figure out shipping and stuff like that. Proline by the Fire 2024. I'm still kind of working on that one, but I don't think I'm going to be there, but you never know. Things may change. Saw Ecopack come out with a direct replacement built like that. Torque servo support. I'm assuming this is going to be done by a bunch of different manufacturers. Now, it worked beautifully. The bolt, I had to work on the bolt a little bit, but it actually worked really good. Oh, we're using all Fusion motors and all my crawlers. They are a beast. I have 8 so far. Jason, I probably got 10 or 12 different Fusion motors in different trucks. I got quite a few of them. Need a review on 1.9 Trepidors. I've never got those tires. I've never felt a need to get those. 18 brusher and ESC. They have the setup for the 124. Good deal. Mirrors up. I have a SC Pro R full speed. The car will restart. What is the reason? Okay, if you're using full speed and the car shuts off, make sure your battery's charged. If your battery is getting low, your battery is dropping down and it's actually shutting the car off. When you let off the throttle, when the car shuts off and the battery voltage comes back up and then it turns back on. Make sure you got your battery is charged. Make sure your connections are good as well. My favorite RC car, probably going to be the Ram Bouncer for a little while. Hopefully I'll be able to pick that up on Thursday. Why do I like the Grom lineup? Because the Grom platform is, I don't want to say cheap, but it's low cost. Everybody can afford them. And like, especially around here, we can race these things and you can get in and race for less than $200. It's not like these $1,000 cars that you get and you go play with and all that, which I've got a big track for that as well. But the Grom platform is a little bit smaller. So if it's really hot outside and you happen to have a 2-car garage, clear your cars out. You can actually drive inside with these things, okay? But the Grom Mojave, dude, that is the best small truck I've ever had. The body, the details, the performance is wonderful. I got to put up a video, our race that we raced the Typhon Groms. Man, what a race that was. Paul King was there. Man, it was cars flipping over left and right. It was amazing. But they're affordable, they're upgradable, they're legit hobby grade, and in my opinion, they're a really good size to get into the hobby to see if you want to go any further with it. Just my thoughts. The SCX24 ESC was a torpedo. This is not the torpedo. Furatech Python RX GT5 integration. That's what I've got in my 24, and it runs the little Outrunner. Nice. Ooh, paddle tires for the Creighton 8S. Look at the belted Power Hobby tires. Those are the Roosters. They're actually pretty darn good. No cake. I do not have any cake at all. 2 truck. You got 2 trucks of freedom, Harley Carter. Dang. I have cheat codes. Super soft on my front tires, Market Fusion, but one feels softer than the other. Do you have them in the proper direction? Good day, chat. Nice 92. Now 92 in Canada. That's not good. Did you already elaborate on the store you're building? Oh, Sean Lerman is building a big store right back here, or a warehouse per se. We can legally have a warehouse. That's what we can legally have. So we've got that going, and hopefully that'll be done by November. So when we have our Gromapalooza event, which I got to work on the actual posting the event and all that, but it's all about the Grom and the Losi NASCAR. But he will be the guy, the main track shop, if that makes sense. I have the Vidavon Grom knuckles and hubs. I can get those, yes. Just broke the motor shaft on the 6000. Oh man, you were just bragging all about that thing too. Are any new bashers coming? Type that can flip over, flip, and are under 300. Under 300 that can flip. What about the Hyper Go truck? That one can get flips, and it's pretty strong. You can get it right off of Amazon. For 200, as long as it's not beat up, Sawyer, I think it might be, yeah. See, I don't have any of the Dumont tires yet. I've got all kinds of tires, but I don't have those. AFB RC, yeah, it is possible the problem is with the ESC. Grid net. Okay, the Gromapalooza. Okay, it is Exocage's Gromapalooza. I went through all the proper procedures to make sure I get this correct, because Grom is a Horizon thing. So, and I went through the proper wording, and I got word today that yes, I can use Gromapalooza. It will be Exocage's Gromapalooza. It'll be a 2-day event, November the 16th and 17th, I believe. I believe that's what I've got it set up as. Yeah, November 16th and 17th, right here at the Exoplex. We're going to have dirt racing, on-road racing, oval racing, long jump, possibly a tug of war. I don't know that these things got burnout capabilities. Maybe they do. Maybe we'll do a freestyle or something like that, you know. But there will be a long jump, and you're going to jump off of the concrete pad. So everybody's going to have the same run up. It should be nice. At least that's kind of what I'm thinking. How long do you think it'll be okay not to use lipos on storage charge? While they're on storage charge, everything has a life cycle. Even on storage, the lipo will eventually go bad. It will. Hopefully it goes bad and just kind of sits there, you know, and just is dead when you go to work it. Hopefully they're not bad and just waiting for that little boost of charge to go up in flames. So it's just kind of one of those things to watch out for. We've got the sled. I've got the sled, Pat House. I'm just not sure that it will be right. But Tommy Tyson, yes, the Losi NASCAR is included in Gromapalooza. Yes, because it's an actual Grom platform. Arma discs are as good as any of them. Arma fanboys will say they're the best in the world. Traxxas fanboys will say they're garbage. Can they be spoken? Absolutely. Have I broke them? Yep, sure have, especially in the 6S stuff. But as far as a spool goes, typically speaking, I prefer the diffs in those trucks. Do I have a Armon infraction? I do not. I used to have a Limitless, but I actually traded that off for a boat and then gave the boat to my son-in-law for Christmas. Yeah. Running GRX Hyrax in the back and Predator Hyrax 19 up front. Depends on the weight, John Lau. The G8, I mean, heck, you could possibly go with, if your weight is lightweight, you can do the super soft front and rear and turn the rear to where it's doing this number right here and standing up, and then let the front pull down. This is not a Hypergo event, Andrew Siri. This is Grom platform only. It is Grom platforms. Okay, James, yeah. I've got some of the, in fact, I've got, this right here is fully charged. It just finished up. I had an 810 milliamp one. Looks like it's slowly coming up. But, hear me out. Deadbolt with Capra axles. Sawyer, make it happen. Has anyone had issue with Monty Grom or Grom battery or charger? I worked the first time out. Mojave seems to be fine. The battery's right here. Charger is flashing red and green and plugging in better. Well, if it's flashing red and green, it's charging. You gotta let it finish. What kind of boat? Just got 3 days. It was a Sonic Wake. I have 3 daughters, and 2 of them are married. The youngest one's got a very awesome boyfriend. I like that guy. Traxxas Slash or Arma Centon? That's a tough one. I think there are more mods and more ways to build the Slash if that's the way you want to go with it. Proline Swampers or Hyrax for the SCX6 all-around driving. I do like the Swampers, and they look really scale. The Hyrax isn't really a scale tire, in my opinion. The Swampers are really nice. But also look at that Baja Pro X. That's a beast of a tire. I'm Mike Marcus. You're talking about the really holy ones? Yeah, he actually showed me a prototype set of those like 2 years ago. So when he says they've been in testing for a year, he is not joking. They really have been in testing for like a year. And they are lightweight, just like he says. I just like I like my setup. What's a whimsy? Is there a way to charge or repair a 6S battery with a bad balanced wire? Casitas, yes, there is a way to repair it. You just got to be really careful not to short them wires. You with Vidavant upper front totally scarring on 8S Outcast because of the XB right up link. It's horrible. How are you with Vidavant upper front toe links? I guess if your stock toe links are wore out, I guess they would help. Mojave or UDR Colas? Depends. If you really want a beautiful scale driving truck, get the UDR. If you want to bash a little bit more, go with the Mojave. Just be careful with the diffs. They are a known issue with that truck. Ah, nice, Troy. Yep. They were, I dropped them off at the Postal Service today. Oh, let me show you guys something. Show you guys something here. Negative G. For those pins, if you got the negative G wheels or if you want to get with those, negative G, I've also got this tool I want to mess around a little bit. Yeah, a shock shaft tool. See this right here? For the skinny pins, I'm going to set an insert up very specifically for this wheel. It will pop down right into here and it will lock into place. So there will be some cheat codes eventually for this exact wheel, for that exact tire. So, yep, that's going to happen. Purchased some metal B blocks from an SCX6. I'm thinking Swampers. I 3D printed the center cap. Good deal. Arma Mojave BLX or Max Slash. I feel the Max Slash is way more durable. I mean, I just feel that the Max, because of the Max platform it's built off of, it's an awesome platform. But look at the XL shock pliers right here. Shock shaft holders right here, shock body, your shock like nuts and stuff like that, and then a rod end popper. So yeah, I'll be messing around with these a little bit soon. Those are from Negative G. But the wheels, that's neat right there. I like that. Coalesce RC. I don't sell my STL files. The D300, yep, it is in there, and I typically use it for all the smart batteries that I run. I'm looking for a new radio to use for everything. Sawyer, okay. What's your budget for this new radio? That's a big deal. When you talk about for everything, one of the most usable radios out there, and I use it literally every day, is the FlySky GT5. It's about $80. 70 to 80, depending on what time of the year and how the sellers feel in that time of the day. I've seen them price range all the way down to the low 50s, but that price does fluctuate quite a bit. It holds 20 models, and receivers are about $21 to $22 a receiver. Oh, dude, I haven't seen that about Punks, but I'm glad to have him back. I still got his wheels and different bumpers and stuff. Andrew Rodriguez, honestly, I don't know how long you should run before you replace, but keep me informed. I'm totally interested to hear about that. Keep me informed on that. So, Andrew Rodriguez, how's the side hilling? Did you notice any difference on the side hilling and all that with those inserts? Because that's really a big focus of these inserts, is the side hills. That's a big focus on these. Like the normal inserts, you got these right here. There's no side hill. Well, excuse me. They don't side roll. Very, very little. But these are side hill kings. So I'm totally interested to see what you have to say about all of that. Oh, this was a special request right here. This, okay, looks like we got us another one in here. But regardless, this is a special request. This is for J Concepts for a 30 millimeter wide wheel. So I got to finish these up. Would you guys have any use for a 30 millimeter wide cheat code? So, the Fluky GT work. Something was it. The FlySky GT5, yes. Now the rear steer on that is a mix setup, or you can put the rear steer on one of the knobs. Okay. So when you have it as rear steer, the rear will be, you know, kind of there. The front servo is still on the gyro. So it makes for a really good high-speed four-wheel steer setup, which is kind of odd. Four-wheel steer at high speed generally doesn't get along very well, but you can do it with the GT5. In my opinion, and I've got, oh, okay. Whew, scared me. I thought I may have had another radio back there I wasn't supposed to show. But regardless of all that, the GT5 is the best high-speed four-wheel steer vehicle radio out there. It's got the best gyro on the planet, in my opinion. Do a review on the Slash Mud Boss. I already did one, Elite. It's on there, buddy. What's your opinion on the Hobbywing Axe R3 combo for the SCX6? Lathan, I've got videos on it. And dude, on 6S, it runs pretty darn good. Now, you're going to have a lot more power with that versus the stock weak system, honestly. But on mine with the SCX 6x6, it's like 40 pounds. So it is stressed a little bit. I think I'm going to take that out of there and put it into my Vidavon Rock Crawler SCX 6. It's a lot lighter and it can make better use of that system. And I'll put a normal 56 size motor back into the other one. Yes, I would use a 30 millimeter wide. You would need a 30 millimeter wide. So this right here is going to be like a medium. He was asking for a medium and a hard for his situation, but I would take this right. I don't know, probably make this one the hard one, and then go with a medium and a little bit softer. Mix is where. Let me find one here. Okay. Now the GT5. This is your GT5. I got my thumb drive on here. But the mix is to where when you go to steer it like you would normally, or like me, the steering works together. Okay, it just mixes together. You can change the mix in here to make it crab, rear steer only, front steer only. You can do all that, but you got to go through the menu. This radio doesn't support being able to have a button, just simply pop that. At least not that I've found. I've done just about everything you can do with one of these things. So, but other radios like the RC8X with rear steer, I've got that one set up with different buttons to where I can go front, rear, crab, four-wheel steer, all that stuff with a simple button, nice and quick setup on that one through the channel mapping. Okay, channel mapping is a huge thing with radios and all that, and unfortunately you don't get channel mapping with a GT5, but overall the GT5 is just phenomenal in my opinion. I got 4 of them and I believe all 4 are full. I'm about to have to order another 5th one. This new Spectrum remote coming out. Just looking for a yes. Marcus, I kind of have an idea of what's coming out. Buick Lover, North Florida. That the new Spectrum one. Is this the new Spectrum one? I hope not. Radio. When it talks about all the buttons and stuff, I'm talking about this right here, RC8X. I've got it set up to where I can pump up, hit this button right here I call the gut bump. All right, I can bump this with my gut and it actually converts it back into four-wheel steering opposing. Then I got, I think this one right here turns it into crab steering. Then I can push this one and it goes into front steer only. I don't have the rear steer only on this particular radio, but this right here works pretty darn good. Also with my thumb drive adapter. A very low budget. I'm 13, want to get into crawling. What tent scale truck would you recommend? You want to get into crawling 1/10 scale. Low budget, look at, in my opinion, look at the Red Cat Ascent. $300, ready to go, and they will absolutely follow much higher priced vehicles on the trail. Great truck to start with. Sawyer, yes, I did print that for the GT5. 6 black bead locks with silver rings. Yeah, you can get the black anodized with a silver ring. I don't have any wreckers. What time is it here? 7:52, almost 8 p.m. What is the best crawler? There's so many opinions on that, but I'd probably go RTR out of the box. Probably the Vanquish stance. RC Kings, yeah. With this stupid vertical stuff I got to do, I figured I need to put a banner up there to fill up my ceiling space. So you can still see some of the ceiling fan. Huh. You know, RC8X, they had some updates that didn't really work out so well. When I heard about the updates having issues, I didn't update mine. And I have not had a bit of issue out of it. So, just so you know, when I heard about the updates issues, I didn't do it. Simple as that. Join the chat in knowledge of upgrading RC, releasing any wheel and tire set for 1/8 scale. Edward Perry, yeah, they will. They're going to expand on all that. Do I have a Red Cat lowrider? I do not. Cheat codes versus squids. Squids are good inserts. I had one over here just earlier today. I don't see it on the table, but squids are good inserts. Now the cheat codes, they're not the same, okay? They are not the same. The cheat code, look at the diameter and all that. See all that? Look at this. The cheat code is really meant for competition. When you're on a side hill, the cheat code is going to compress right here and put all your weight right here. Look at the angle of the compression. See that? That adds stability to your vehicle. It's like adding half an inch to each side without adding half an inch, if that makes any sense. They are directional. In one direction, they'll stand up, and the other direction, they'll lay down. So you can tune them by switching side to side, front to back, however you feel like doing like that. Whew, there's a dedicated inside and an outside to these. So they are not the same insert. Squid inserts are good. I've got some of them still in some of my vehicles, but strict competition, I take these all day long. Just as I build my vehicles, as I go through the different setups, I'm going straight to these on every single one of them. Just my thoughts. Now, on a trail vehicle, a vehicle that's not going to be competition, but you just want to trail it, man, the squids are hard to beat. They really are. They're really good inserts. I would choose something more like this right here is one I had in the wrong size tire. You can see this right here. When you have the wrong size insert, it does that. Insert's too big. But something like this is really good for general driving, general trail. You'll get a nice even wear across the tire tread, as where these can actually wear the outer edge right here of your tire. When you're in competition, if it costs you just a little bit of tire wear and you get that big win, I'll take that wear any day. Any day. I wish the Accent had better electronics. The Accent actually has a better, has a nice servo. At least mine did. Best tent scale wheel and tire for what, Mark Nut? Nut driver. I just got here. Thank you, Turtle. Appreciate that. I have a gatekeeper on capper axles. Ooh, that's a nice combination. And it can keep up easily with the stance. Well, you got the gatekeeper on capper axles. That's a pretty nice combo right there, dude. The gatekeeper or the capper axles are wider, so you should be able to side hill as good as anybody. Elite Speakerman, I've heard Dumbo X is good on here. I've heard Dumbo X is bad on here. I've heard all of that. Peter, make it happen. First mod for Arlarlo's MK07. Go to exocagerc.com and get you a set of the inserts. Boom. And what you can do is just put the inserts on the front. What this will do is it'll increase the steering sensitivity. It'll give you better steering. Let the rear just kind of move a little bit, and I think you'll be good to go. That's the same. That's the setup I got on mine, which is right over there. If it was the old way, you'd be able to see the truck. But I have the MK07 over there. Oh yeah, I don't know how to speak Chinese. Oh yeah, I agree with you, RC. There is nothing here to tell you they're in the middle. You just, yeah, I agree. You could probably print something and put a plate over there with like a little bump in it. You could probably do something like that. Might not be too hard to do. Basically glue a little piece on right here with a notch in it, and then make a knob to go over top of this with a little tooth that can come and just pop into it. That wouldn't be too hard for somebody with decent skills. The cheat codes are a printed TPU, yes. So Andrew, you've run them on the side hill and all that? That's awesome, dude. Because they were really meant for side hilling. That was a big thing. The side hilling and the smooth transition to the tread. That was a big deal. Because you couldn't really have this without this, because you'd have a big nasty bump on the sidewall. South Florida. Yes, sir. I have joined you guys. Officially. Double A Day, what's up? Nice, Flywater. Yeah, I've got them for your J Concepts, your Pro Lines, for all the Class 0 guys. I now have them for the little 155 Swampers. I got to give this a drive tomorrow. I was going to give it a drive today, but it's been kind of rainy, and I was too busy doing non-RC stuff. Man, it's horrible doing non-RC stuff, isn't it? Like, geez. Double A day, yes. My carbon, best decision I've ever made. Tiny trucking. I am glad to hear that, dude. Clayton, man, dude, I hope these inserts do take over. Now, I don't have one with me, but I'm sending this little keychain looking thing with all these cheat codes. You guys have those, right? I've got them like, I'm just putting them in random in there. I got blue, green, and orange. Just kind of random popping them in there for you guys. Hopefully it works out good. I got lucky on one from the guess the price giveaway they had. Peter, make it happen. What did you win, buddy? How's your TPN and body band-aids been going? I haven't sold a single set of body band-aids. Not a single set. But it's actually a pretty nice little deal, you know? Like your fenders, just kind of glue them in there. I haven't sold a single set. Well, hold on. I think you picked up a couple sets. And I think I put a couple extra in there. Team Associate MCA, they're selling it for $350. $350 might be a good price. That's either they're trying to move it or it's being discontinued. Sometimes you got to look at all that. And then what's their history of keeping parts? Letting winches accidentally drift. What did I miss, RC Guru? I must have missed a. I'm sure it was someone. I'm sure. Okay, yeah. About using that for your winch, yeah. Now, what's interesting is if you use these for a winch, you can control the speed of the winch. So that is pretty neat. I could probably try to come up with something if you guys really wanted to. It wouldn't be too bad. I mean, it would have to be something to go over the existing knobs, or yeah, I'd probably put it over the existing knobs because that's really small in there to try to get printed and have it be consistent. But I don't know, if you guys want me to try to mess around with it, I can try to come up with something. But most of the time people run the Futabas or Spectrums or RC8Xs at the competitions I see. So very rarely do I see guys really competing with these in the crawler world at the higher end level, you know. But if I put that, get that little design on there, that may change, right? Yeah. I'm running ruptures, fly water. Now, I do not have cheat codes for ruptures yet. I have not even started that project. And what's crazy is you think, okay, you've got the files, just simply adjust them. It almost never works out like that. Almost every single, the Pro line is very different from the J Concepts, which is very different from what these are going to be for, which I can't say right now. This is a failed one right here, and I'll show you why it failed. Look at this. This is one of the fails. I go through quite a few trying to get these things right, but this is something you got to watch out for. See that fold over right there? So this is a fail. I can't have that. But these right here, these don't do that. They just simply stand up. Good to go. I don't think Sean's ever sold that Baja Ray, buddy. Mir, what's up, buddy? Thank you. Developing Endura pin insert for the 2.2 size. I haven't messed with, I don't have anything. Well, I do have this, which I haven't even run yet. This is for the Tusk 525. So I haven't even run it yet though. I guess I need to, right? Well, now that I've got the little 385s done, I've got the skinny pins done, maybe I can look at getting back onto that project, because I really want to expand on the whole cheat code lineup. I think it's a really good design, and I'm pretty sure if it starts really getting popular and I start just selling, you know, a bunch of them, that first weekend was pretty crazy. I got a feeling we're going to start to see different versions from different manufacturers. I've been told to put a patent on them quite a bit, but there's so many little things you can change to this and the patent wouldn't apply. So it's not worth the expense to go through that. Besides, if I tried to contain that, that would stifle everybody's innovation, wouldn't it? And I don't want to stifle innovation. I want you guys to innovate. I want you guys to take this design and take it to the next level. That's what I want to see, because I want to see the hobby progress. Just what I want personally. Sauce or super sauce for the VRD Carbon? Probably a soft and a super soft. If you're talking about the cheat codes, probably a soft and a super soft. That way you can switch them around if you need to. And you can switch from side to side. Ruptures or megalithics. Now, both of those tires are banned if you're a Sorka guy. Okay. For us, megalithics are legal in class 2 and ruptures are legal in class 3. So with all the Sorka junk going on, we're like, you know what? The heck with that. We're going to take it a step further and make ruptures legal. They're legal in class 3 for us starting this year. Pick up the shed, park the semi. Park the semi. Well, hopefully you get you some rest, Tony. I'm probably not going to make it through October. You happen to know what Holmes' big announcement will be that is coming up? I don't know exactly, but it's probably a motor. We need a bouncer insert for the oversized 2.2. I have bouncer inserts. They're for the Baja Pro X in a 35 millimeter wide and a 40 millimeter wide version. And for that style tire, that style vehicle, I don't recommend a cheat code for that. So you don't want to be another Traxxas. I do not want to be another Traxxas. No. Old Plane, what's up, buddy? Are the 419 Megas legal for class 1? Sure, why not? Paul is a local guy, so he'll be one. Oh, Paul, I saw you on the side of the road today. I thought about honking the horn, but you might fall over. I should build a gatekeeper on capper axles. They are pretty much bolt on, besides the fact that I have to make a custom drag link in the rear. Dude, I imagine it does. I imagine it really does crawl well. I love the servo on axle stuff. Wolfstacker, if you can make your own RC vehicle, what would it be and how big? James Wisecarver, in the last couple years, I've had ideas for this kind of a crawler, this design here, that design there, and just about everything is available. Everything's already been done or has been done in that time frame. So, I mean, I have an idea for a crawler, but I saw something similar already. It wasn't quite as extreme as what I wanted to do, but it's kind of already out there. And basically it was, the chassis would not have as much dip to it. A real kind of a high, almost a flat chassis, but not quite. But the whole skid and everything comes down to the links. This way you don't have anything to catch on, like your sliders and stuff like that. Everything's up high and it's already out there. So, you know, why should I build a whole new chassis when there's a sea of chassis out there? There's like, what, 100 different chassis now? There's all kinds of chassis out there. So There's no point to just jump into a ocean full of them, right? A triple double. So you wouldn't fall over, Paul, if I did that? What's different is a new Ram Bouncer chassis from the original. The original Ram Bouncer chassis, when I told Travis to build it, I said, I want something that resembles more of a vehicle you would drive on a trail. So you got like a little bit of a cab looking rounded thing and all that. So that was the first one. The second one, I told him to build it like a Rift. And a Rift is lower in every way, and it should be way higher performance. The suspension link should come up versus, you know, down to this. These should start here and work up like that. So that's what I'm hoping to get. Fusion Pro, SE, or Spectrum 2-in-1. Sawyer, I did a full video on that. If budget is a concern, Fusion SE. If you got a little bit bigger budget, go with the Pro. The 2-in-1 for $150, honestly, it drove like a SE. As where the Pro drove so much better. They're all limited to 3S as well. If I had $1,400 buy one RC in the world, which one would you buy? No sponsor motivated answer. $1,400. Does it have to be just one, or can it be two? If it can be two, and I didn't have any other RCs, one would be an X-Max. And the other, I would take that $400 and buy a Red Cat Ascent Fusion. That way I've got a nice big bad bouncer or big bad basher, and then I have a nice crawler. The problem is the 1400 isn't going to cover the batteries and charger to make that big X-Max run. So that could be an interesting thing there. Red Knives, I've been watching all that, man. Texas is getting hammered. I didn't see what category was it when it hit. I realize it doesn't matter because everybody being without power, but what was it when it hit? Benjamin Sargent, Mega Rift with my LMT. Yep, that turned out pretty good. I'm gonna build about 4 or 5 with $1,400. So it was a Cat 1. Okay. Well, thank goodness it dropped down from that Mega Cat 5. Man, I couldn't imagine. Benjamin, buddy, it's hot everywhere. It's not just where you're at, buddy. I look at the temperatures everywhere and it's like, man, if I get rich, I'll move up north to like North Dakota so it's nice and cool, and then move down to Florida for the winter. And I'm looking at the temperatures, I'm like, maybe not, you know? Maybe not. Maybe Florida's not so bad. How did you build your crawler course? I'm building a public one. I want to know some tips. So you're on the crawler course. The crawler course is basically junk concrete. It's just basically junk. Dropped down, and then we looked at it, crawled some lines, made some lines, and then we concreted them in. One of the big things that I love about my course back here is, yeah, see, Maryland, super hot. One of the things I love about my course are the footers all the way around the edge. The rocks are where the rocks are, and grass everywhere else. The courses are very defined as to what they are. I didn't want roller rocks. I do got some roots out there that'll get you, but the rocks are where the rocks are, if that makes any sense. I don't want ankle rollers. due to, you know, safety reasons. Probably not as hot in Florida, I agree. And probably less mosquitoes up there. $95 in Boise. According to what my computer says, it's only 80 here in Florida, but we did get some rain today. So, and you typically when you get the rain, it drops the temperature, but humidity jacks up real bad. And what's really bad is when it rains like just a little bit, like 10 o'clock in the morning to 11, and then the sun comes out. Oh my God, it's like a steamer out there. You guys got mosquitoes in Minnesota. I did not think you guys had mosquitoes that far north. Let me see here. Where's my weather app here? All right, in Attica, it says it is 70 degrees. Attica, Indiana. Leesburg right now is 83. That's Cherokee Rock Village. Lake City, 83. Atlanta, 83. Middleburg, where I'm at, it says 81. So, Bushnell, Maysville, Bradenton. Yep. So 81, man, that's not too bad out there. Maybe I need to go outside and cut some grass. I got some flashlights. Tuffy 363, 8:15 a.m. Where are you at for it to be 8:15 a.m.? Kill the hummingbird. Man, every now and then we get those mosquitoes, and them things are so big when you smack them, you feel the bones crunch. I don't think they're technically called mosquitoes. I think they're called something else, but they're still pretty crazy. 76, purchase, skin so soft, mix it with a bit of water. Yeah, I used to do the skin so soft stuff. Singapore, that would make sense, Tuffy. What's the temperature right now in Singapore? Since we're talking about temperatures. I got mosquitoes. North bugs are the worst since they don't have much time. Pterodactyls. How fast can you make a 110 crawler go if you had infinite budget? Shoot, man, you get them up to probably about 65, 70. I had one, a T-Rex 4 brought up to 44 miles per hour. Then I hit a ditch. And the T-Rex 4 survived. Them things are tanks. But the biggest thing is keeping the front end down. Same with normal cars. You get to pushing so much wind, it just comes up. 78 feels good in southeast Arkansas. I got a cool breeze off the hurricane. Red Night, isn't it someone's birthday? Yeah. 80 to 90. You can keep the heat. It's only 25 degrees in Canada. Big Egg, yeah. Watching Larry drive my Sam truck, really, it kind of got me wanting to do it. I have been told that Sorca is changing a whole lot on the Class 2 side of things. Just heard a few rumors, basically skids and links and stuff like that. Basically undercarriage stuff, but we don't know it for sure yet. So I would have to see those rules and see what I've got, because I've got a bunch of really good trucks. I just have to see what I've got and what I could actually put those stupid skill points on. And yeah, I do not agree with the reverse penalty at all in any way. Because I mean, they say these are scale trucks, right? Trucks you can, you know, somewhat drive to the gas station and drive to go get groceries. Would you ever do that with no reverse? Exactly. Class 3, I don't think they're going to mess with Class 3. But what we have, and I've started it, it'll be in this year's winter series, we kind of played around with it a little bit, was the Scale Sporty. And that would be basically 4-wheel steer, dig, and you could even use pins. Pins are legal. Still no MOA. Still no MOA. But pins are legal and all that. So. The Vanquish H10 is a really nice vehicle. It's just, it seems like it's meant for more for, you know, trails, dirt stuff, and general crawling, because when I put it on the rocks, even up against a Red Cat, it doesn't hold up very well. I am not running the 5K. You almost had you almost had a heat stroke out there. Pro 4 SE10. I got a Pro 4 SE10. Yeah, they are pretty good. JDC, background on me. I've been hosting events since 2000. Real truck events. Southeast Tough Truck Challenge, an event we called the Backyard Bash, all these things. I look at an organization's rule set, and I only use what I think is appropriate for my events. And then I put in what is appropriate for my events. I'm not going to sit here and put together an event in my backyard, do all the work under somebody else's rule set. Because at that point, I'm doing their event, not mine. So, like with Sorka, I look at tires, bumper clearances. We don't even run scale points, okay? Different tire designs and stuff like that. But I only use what's needed here. I do not host Sorka events, and I never will. That is just not my thing. But when you go to an event, Cherokee Rock Village or wherever, and they're running Sorka, well, that's their event, even though they're hosting Sorka's event, but you got to follow their rules. So simple as that. But I do not agree with the reverse penalty. Now, the winch penalty that they put on, we were only putting that. Now, this kind of a change of heart on this one. We love the DSMs, the bungee, stuff like that. They work like a charm, totally legal here. However, we put a winch penalty on the Class 2 Pros. So this is why you rarely see me ever do a winch. I'll test winches out and mess around with them, but winches are not my thing. However, the guys, I get complaints all the time. He was walking the dog. As he's pulling the cable out, he's pulling his truck. As he pulled the DSM out, he pulled it all the way out to the end and then pulled the truck. You know, I'm tired of hearing that. So I am going to put a winch penalty on every class. And what's odd is the winch penalty that we run is actually higher than Sorka's winch penalty, by the way. Thank you, Andrew. I've been thinking about making my TRX 4M high trail a dually tow truck. That's a small tow truck. So we're taking 4+ hour lines for fuel right now. Dude, if you're waiting in line 4+ hours, there's not going to be any fuel when you get there. It's just, there's not going to be any fuel there. At least I can't see it. Can I see your XRT? Yeah, it's just an XRT. There's nothing special about that. Wait, why don't we see a video of you crossing the 5K finish line? Yeah, Paul, get him. Are you getting a new low-C laser nut? I'm not planning to get the laser nut. At least I need to see something that really makes me want to get that thing. What's up there behind your banner? Behind my banner, that's X-Max, the 12S Vidavant X-Max. Suggestion on X-Max, I picked one up and it's pretty fun. Cool, Jonathan. Yeah, the X-Max is fun. I had to go back out and failed to jump into the tough truck instead. Yeah. Told you happy birthday's a year younger. Yeah, a year younger. I feel like I'm 20 when I wake up in the mornings. But as soon as I move, I realize I'm not. The closest thing to a dirt oval car I've got, I still have the Traxxas Modified here, even though that is Sean's. I got to give that back. Thank you. Here, I want to try it. Now, Paul, you might be able to get around that thing, man. English or Spanish? I'm an American. I talk English. The size, it's a 1/6. The size. Yeah, it is a large scale. Yeah, I know. People always mess with your tug of war rules. Our crawler guy decided to get a basher to carry with me in the semi to run around. What do you think? You want to get a basher to bash around with, man? Look at the something decent size. Look at the Traxxas Max. Great basher truck. Really good basher truck. You could also look at the Arrma Creighton 6S. I kind of feel that the Max is a stronger truck though. More durable. Sawyer, well, I've got a bunch of stuff, buddy. About the new Spectrum teaser, do you already know? A new controller. Big Egg, I know it's phenomenal. That I can tell you. I really, really hope this thing works out like what they're thinking it will. What's fasting around a 1/8 scale buggy track? Nitro or look? Nitro or look? We like the Lipo. Paul King. Gorgon. Are you getting a Gorgon, Paul King? Paul King. Paul King. Paul King. Paul King. Sure, we'll complete it next year. If I don't, I will get whatever tattoo Joe picks out. Oh, I can find you a tattoo there, buddy. For cheap bashing. For cheap bashing, yeah, that Gorgon is awesome. Any plans for motor ESC upgrades on there? None really. I've got some aluminum parts to put in, but I have not made it to that vehicle yet. The Baja Ray tattoo. Until you break a Gorgon. Yeah, somehow Clayton managed to break his Gorgon. I don't know how. All I ever broke was the little bolt servo washer thing on mine. That was all I've ever broken, and I've driven mine like an idiot on crack. I don't know if I can say that or not, but we had a 4th of July parade in my town. I put big one on some trailer. Nice. Paul Smith, what's up, buddy? Thank you. Paul Smith, is this the Paul Smith that I'm thinking of? I believe it for only the guy I know that broke an STK. Dude, yeah, you somehow broke the STK, and those are really good little cars, man. 2 Gorgons in the box, never driven 1, or 10 boy, 15. Oh, okay. That Paul. Okay, gotcha. There was a Paul Smith I used to work with, and I'm like, huh. Is that the Paul that I used to work with? He was kind of a, he was kind of like a Richard. He was a Richard head. But a really funny Richard head. Adults should get where I'm going to with that one. Battery tray clips. See, man, I've put mine way up there. Like a blind dude. RC King, so you're ready to take the championship next time? Boy, yeah, you're late. I gotcha, man. Does it run in the Paul line? The Paul Smith line of people? Why do brush motors smoke if run on high gear? Because you're over amping them and you're overheating them. That's why they smoke. Paul Morales, what's up? Ascent 18, I think it's an insane little truck. I love it. Yes. What H10 optic? Would you buy it again, or is it just a newer? Dude, I like the optic. It's just, I don't know. It just doesn't. It's almost like it's not really a crawler, but it's not really a basher. It's not really a racer. It's kind of like a jack of all trades, but a master of none, if that makes any sense. Now, with a little bit of work, I think it can be a master of one or the other. I mean, it's a little bit wider, so the axles should lend themselves great for guys that like to side hill and want a wider axle. The servo on axle fits up into the chassis beautifully. So, I mean, it's got some really good features to it. In fact, I love the steering on it. You can't even tell it's got a servo on axle. It looks legit. I love that look. Marcus Landry, exactly. They dropped some H10 portals, and if the portals just go onto these axles, it's going to be wider than a Capra. Typically, they add, what is it, 15 to 18 millimeters of width per side? Kind of, Ben, yeah, kind of like that. Tiny truck and with double, yeah, H10 is a really nice trail buggy, I agree. I told you, Clayton, told you. I question, why in the world are you building a Wraith? Stephanie, okay. Have I repaired RC motor before? Usually when you burn up a brushed motor, you just got to swap it out to something else. Says Nitro as a kid, AR60 setup and a 3-gear would make for a nice U4. Yeah, but the old AR60 gears, and they just don't seem to hold up to a lot of abuse, though. As where the Rift, although the diffs are an issue with them, the Rift is just a much more massive or more robust design is the better term for that. Bought a brand new one and it's almost all Vidavon, just not the chassis, running Proline tires and bead locks, Max 5 or Max 4. Matt, if you really want to push that thing, fit a Max 5 in there, or Max 4. If you really want to push that thing. What are you running for a motor? Exactly, Andrew. I'm with you. Stephanie, the best RC I have. Oh, God. I don't know. I don't know. I got so many. They're all different. I don't have any of the exact same vehicles, even though I've got 3X Maxes. They're not the same. You know, I don't know what to. I can't answer a best RC because I love my X Maxes. I love my Creightons. I can't answer it. Sorry. So you can look and see if the Rift axle will work on old SMT. They will. It's just the rod ends are of the SM. If you use the SMT links, you'll have to add some shims in there because they're a little bit skinnier than what the Rift ones are. That would work. Sawyer. Stock as I'm now looking to order something soon, like tomorrow. Matt. Matt, just you hold on. I would say it's a rabbit hole, but you already know about that with the cost of everything. It's just the DBXLE loves to pull a lot of amps. So I don't think you can go too big on the ESC. Even with the stock motor, I had an XLX2 with a data logger in mine a while back, and I want to say it was a good solid 500, and it was more than just like a split second. So it's a big vehicle, pulls a lot of amps and everything. So I'd probably go max 4. That way, if you go max 4, you got all the Vidavon stuff. You can change your motor mount out and put the 560 kV like I got in mine. It's even more though. As far as the big truck race, Paul King, no sir, I am not. I'm going to more than likely be the race director. So I'll be busy running the race. I think Wally's going to run the Red Cat though. The Red Cat Vigilante. He really likes that truck. No, I've got one there. There is one down below it and then one down underneath it. Red one, orange one, and black one. I'm not even sure if the orange and black one have motors. It's been so long since I've driven an X-Max. The Notorious. The Notorious is a great fun truck. Good for flips, front flips, and cartwheels. The Red Cat 1.5 truck, it is a good truck. It really is. Lots of mods for it coming out. Vidavon's got one, so he's making a lot of stuff. I think stock for stock, pure raw bashing, exact same hits, everything, I'd probably still have to give it to the X-Max for just raw, pure box stock durability. Man, yeah, I know. I've got a Vidavon chassis in there. I was drifting the whole way around the track. Dude, man, he was driving the wheels off of that thing, so... Ooh, yeah, I got to make sure I have that truck ready for him, don't I? How do you front flip a Gorgon? Crank the brake up to 100. Well, Clayton, the first thing you got to do is turn on your driver mod. When you get your driver mod turned on, front flips are easy. Now, what you could do is hit the jump as fast as you can and then hit the brake. If you have time, if you have enough height, you can double pump that thing and get into reverse. That'll double front flip that thing pretty easy. I think but when I do my double front flips off the big ramp, literally speaking, I'm just hitting the brake. TB Nice, thank you. Would I rather have a new Outcast EXB 8S or X-Max? Huh. That's an interesting question. I got to finish putting this together. Before the Outcast 8S was around, you had the M2C Crusher chassis. Notice this chassis is in my hand. All right? Because I now have the Mega Outcast chassis. What this does, okay, it doesn't increase the wheelbase, so you still keep all your stunt action, all right? But it moves the motor and transmission location to back a little bit to give you enough room to run the new, bigger G2 motors from Hobbywing. So, beautiful chassis. I got all my bolts in a bag somewhere. I got to find them so I can get this project done. But very nice chassis from M2C, and they're in South Carolina as well. I need to go visit them. Rustler 6S monster tires. How are you keeping the driveline together with a Rustler on 6S? I tried that in the past. They did the axles and stuff didn't really like to survive that. Oh, my hair. Ooh, maybe I need to cut my hair again. Bust nut in. Why doesn't Traxxas put metal gears and they do? They do. It's just they're centered metal. So it's kind of like powdered metal, compressed and then heat treated. It's pretty much standard issue across most vehicles. I think Arma especially in their differential ring and pinions and stuff. I think the Arma is about the best one to where that you'll get a legit real steel gear in. So I think Arma has pretty much got the true steel gear set taken care of. I'm going to leave the 5690 in the Vigilante. I have zero reason to take that motor out. None. I used to have RC cars, had HPI, 1/5, Traxxas. Those were the times, yes. Colassa, they never end. Liking the fast internet. Dude, I do like the fast internet now. I can upload a video and still use the internet. So, I mean, if you guys are noticing, all my videos now are 4K 60. So, I mean, I could not do that before. I mean, it was a struggle just to get 1080 30. So, yeah, 4K 60 is, you know, a much better setup. Do I think Arma RCs look better than Traxxas? Man, I gotta tell you, Traxxas has some beautiful vehicles. They really do. I mean, pure looks, I'd probably lean towards Traxxas. I mean, they got some beautiful vehicles. Not saying that the Armas are ugly. Arma's got some beautiful things. I love that little Mojave Grom. That's probably one of the most beautiful trucks I've seen. So, I mean, Arma's got some nice stuff, but Traxxas just seems to be a little bit more aggressive, if that makes any sense. Oh, wow, you got a Losi LST? That's an old truck. Dude, I legit did. I would actually go to the park with full signal on my cell phone and could upload twice as fast, or possibly 1/3 the time. No kidding. My upload speed was like 1.5 gigabit a day or something like that. It was horrible. My favorite budget RC company, if I had to pick one, Red Cat. When brushless came instead of brushed, it was so good after that. Yep, brushless and lipos changed everything. They really did. Yeah, the older, what's that, old Chevy looking body? Old Chevy Ford Dodges. FMS K10, should I? Crawler. Well, the FMS K10 is pretty good. Look at the, depending on where you're at, that might be the easier one to get, but look at the Red Cat Ascent 18 as well. It's a really good little truck for $100. I think it's still 100. Ben Likens, Arma is not going to make a crawler. They're not going to make a crawler. Just like Losi's not going to make a crawler, but Axial does. You have to look at Horizon owns Axial, Arma, Losi. So under that umbrella, Losi is their race brand, Arma's the bash brand, and Axial is their crawler brand. So there's no point in mixing those up. Losi has some little mini V's. Those are really neat little cars. Hopefully we'll be able to race some things soon. M2C, yes. I put titanium gears in the monster truck and it's electric. Okay. Titanium gears. I haven't seen those. Have you seen the flatbed model they just released? CX-18. Brushless and lipo killed the nitro scene. Paul, the only reason nitro's around is buggies and truggies. That's it. There's no other need for nitro. And I do got to be honest with you. If there's like a group of 5, 6, 7, 8 nitro buggies, it does sound pretty darn awesome, doesn't it? It really does. I was, years ago, back before the channel was going, fifth scale. I went to a big fifth scale race out in McClenny, and man, it sounded like Formula One cars wang, wang, wang. It was amazing. It was like, holy crap, man. And I was working one of the corners out there, swinging around on the pole. But no. I was working on the corners, and one of these 5Ts come at me, and this thing, it caught and rolled, okay? Now, picture this Losi 5T. This thing comes rolling right at me like this. I kid you not. I caught it by the body like this. Oh God, this is a really bad example. I caught it by the body like boom, and then pushed it out like that, right back onto the track. It worked pretty good. This is a really horrible example of that though. Low-C Nightcrawler. I had a Low-C Nightcrawler. Didn't really care for it too much. Capper-Ski, appreciate that. So we got 15 minutes. I do want to talk about, because I believe you guys have all cycled out, a lot of you guys. Nitro gave me tinnitus, yeah. Okay, November the 16th and 17th, right here at the Exoplex in Middleburg, Florida, I'm going to be hosting a Gromapalooza event. 2-day event. We're going to have drag racing. I'm looking at events right now, but like drag racing, oval racing, dirt track racing, long jump racing, possibly a show and shine, or possibly even a most modified show and shine, something like that. 2-day events right here. J Concepts is going to be here along with other vendors and sponsors. Camping will be available. There is also a hotel not too far away. So we got all that going for November 16th, 17th. I'm going to get that event put together so you guys can share it off the Facebook and all that. December the 8th at Cherokee Rock Village, I'm putting together a meet and greet. And the meet and greet is more than me. Jeremy from Big Squid RC is going to be there, along with other sponsors, vendors. I believe Paul Smith is going to be there as well. I think Paul, you said you were going to be there, didn't you? But yeah, got guys going to be there, vendors. Looking at food trucks. I'm going to rent out the pavilion, all that stuff. So I'm trying to get vendors, influencers, and you guys all together so everybody can just really have a good time, crawler world and all that. 1 day or 1.5 days. Awesome. So Paul Smith, post your business for everybody, buddy. Yeah, the goal is to do scale stuff and rock crawling stuff. I'm not planning to host any actual competitions per se, but it's going to be awesome. And it's growing. It's already bigger than what I expected. So I got to rent out the pavilion and all that. But next year, it's definitely going to be a 2-day event. Hopefully J Concepts will be there. J Concepts is a sponsor of this, along with DFD Power Sports and Performance right there. So we've got a lot of things going on. And like I say, this meet and greet that I'm putting together, it's more than me. I'm looking at other influencers, other guys that are big names in the hobby, trying to get everybody out there as best I can. So everybody can, so you guys can see all these crazy people you see on YouTube every day. Actually, go run with them. I'll be there Saturday. And if you guys want to be there Saturday, it'll probably be a little bit more of a leisure day on Saturday. I got banners and stuff to put up and all that for the sponsors. But yeah, that's kind of the way it's going to work. So this should be, if I can work it right, a really, really different Exocaged version. And I don't want to say USTE, but I'm kind of, I like the way USTE was run. I like the aspects of the USTE not being a competition. I like the aspects of all that stuff. So you never know who's going to actually be there. put it that way. So that's December the 8th at Cherokee Rock Village in Leesburg, Alabama. Cletus is busy. Now, hopefully we get the Armageddon event a little bit earlier in the year down there. So, J Concept Magmas. Like 6 months on a pre. So they haven't brought the Magmas out yet. The Magmas are a really big, heavy tire. You just go ahead and cancel that and get you a set of Proline MX43s. Man, the Legos are insane, aren't they? You're the best, hungry brother. How about Kevin Talbot? You know, Kevin Talbot actually pops in every now and then, but I can't see him coming all the way over from Isle of Man for a one-day event. Now, let's just say things work out and we do a nice 2-day event next time. I can put the invite out there. I can't guarantee anything, but I can get the invite out there. Try to get Cletus. I could try to get a hold of Cletus, but I don't think he'll do it. I mean, if anything, Cletus at best would probably be able to come to here, since I'm about 3 hours north of him. But still, Cletus is pretty darn busy. He has an entire crew. He's a very, very busy guy. He makes me look like lazy guy, okay? Vigilante. Yes, Vidivon has got more stuff coming out. I got the motor mount I got to put on mine as well, which will allow you to put crazy stuff. Super cool. It's an awesome time to establish a new big event on the East Coast, CRV. And see, Big Egg, I'm kind of thinking that, man. I'm kind of thinking a nice big event over here. I know, I think the second weekend of October, we got Halloween Haul and Crawl put on by the Georgia Rock Zombies. If you have a chance to get to one of their events, Georgia Rock Zombies, go. Scott and his crew are absolutely amazing, absolute professionals at what they do. And yes, I am teamed up with them to help put the meet and greet on. So it's going to be an absolute high quality event. So still got a lot of details to figure out, but it is absolutely going to be awesome. December the 8th, temperatures should be cool, no sweating and all that stuff. So it should be an absolute phenomenal weekend. Craig Simons, what's up, buddy? What insert should I get from you for my SCX6? Jason Guns, I don't have those listed yet. Okay. I do have inserts for the SCX6. How heavy is your SCX6? Is it stock or more or what? I do have inserts for the SCX6. These are under 20 pounds, and these are like 20 pounds and up. But I don't have these available yet. These are actually for, this one right here actually has the insert deal down at the bottom. This is for a stock wheel right here. This is for a Vidivon wheel. So yeah, this one actually has a stock wheel set up on it. Nice. But I got to finalize those prints and all that, and then figure out my pricing. They're not going to be cheap, unfortunately. There's a lot to these things. I don't have the Aztecs yet. That's a good monster truck tire. The Proline Destroy, not the Destroy. They got so many good ones now. Honestly, I'm not sure what the name of it is. I know it's got the little wedgie things on it, but I'm not exactly sure the name of them. Kevin takes flying lessons now. Well, that's a long flight to get over here. chance I might go. October 18th, 19th, haul and crawl. There you go. If you guys get out there, you got to make it, man. Haul and crawl is an absolute insane event. Love it. Thank you for posting that, Stacy. Plans to make that flat concrete track, a drift track. I'm not planning to do any drift track out here. We can put drift wheels on our vehicles and slide them around, but best 110 monster truck to get, that one's easy. Low C LMT. Will Darby. Good monster truck. Vanquish VRD Carbon. If you're looking for a monster truck to get, that would be the Low C LMT. Proline Demolisher, I think that's the ones. Yeah, Paul Smith, you got that. Been thinking about putting a 12S in a UDR. You can do it. You'll just have to make repairs when you get done driving it. Probably sling the rear drive shaft or possibly crunch the rear differential gears. You need to have a big monster truck race. Dude, I'm all ready for our RC Kings, but when I try to host one, we get 2 trucks show up. We never get actually enough monster trucks to make anything work. Broke the servo on the DBXLE. For the DBXLE, I recommend a plug-and-play servo. Pretty much any of them out there, just a normal plug-and-play servo. Pretty much better than your one you got. However, if you really want to throw down, you can get, spend $200 on a servo. But heck, man, about $100 and you should be able to get a nice, simple plug-and-play servo. And by plug-and-play, I'm talking about just simply plugs in and goes. Don't put a direct power servo in there. If you put a direct power servo in there, you're going to have to power off of one of your 4S batteries, and you got to make sure that you plug into the battery that is on the negative side of the ESC. If you plug into the battery on the positive side of the ESC, you will have a smoke show. I've done that. Right here on this table. August 13th, might have an SCX printed insert for trio wheels. Yeah. August 13th. Oh, yeah, for sure. I'll probably have these up by end of next week. Honestly. I just need to actually take them and go do the drive on them. So this is one of my first ones I printed right here. The same design as this one actually. Only, just different colors. Actually, this material feels too stiff as opposed to this one. So yeah, the black one will definitely be what I use. And Betty's Outcast ready for Crash Up Derby. Old school E-Max style racing 20 years ago on the off-road track. We can run them out here. We run them quite a bit, actually. All right, we got about 2 minutes. The 0.6 tip on testing is about 3 hours quicker. I think I can make some more adjustments, though. Trigger King, they have a good reputation for all that. All right, we got about 1.5 minutes to go, guys. I'm going to go ahead and start wrapping this thing up. Stay tuned on the Facebook group. If you're not following Exocaged RC on Facebook, I highly recommend you go check that out because that's where I'm going to be posting my events. You guys can share them, do all the wonderful things that you do, and we should be ready to go. Hopefully, I'll have both events listed by the end of this week. Time is at 0.6. I start racing a Trigger King. Yep. Awesome show. Mirror. Yes, sir. Want an X-Max and a Raminator. Would have about 30 cars. I don't have those two. X-Max and Raminator, they are two very different vehicles, buddy. James Wisecarver. Go get an ice cream cake. Now, I don't need an ice cream cake. Thank you, Enlighten. Kipper. Later, buddy. Yep. Bust Nut. I am now into the 5s. It's a little bit crazy, isn't it? All right, guys. Catch you guys later. Dream. There's no. Dude, it's 9 o'clock. DreamHat's not open. All right, buddy. All right, catch you guys later, and you guys have a good one. And maybe I'll be on here next Tuesday. I don't think there's anything keeping me away. So, you guys have a good day, and I'll see you guys later. See you tomorrow morning. Have a good one.